I live in New York City and it's pretty bountiful with folks and opportunities, lots of energy, lots of friendly folks, a lot of hungry hippos on the street looking for, something to eat in various ways. And so there's really no problem for me in meeting men. I get approached often by men with wonderful lines, very loving, very handsome, really great guys. And it's wonderful to meet these men, but most of the time it doesn't pan out well where when I disclose that I'm trans, either in real time or maybe over the phone. You hear that? That alarm? That's what goes off. They're like, whoa, you're trans? No. So on Grindr, it's been really cool for me, right? So the guys know it works better for me. So I rely on Grindr to meet men because I really want to date. I want to share healthy sexual intimacy. And I really might want a partner as well. And being that in a transgender status, everything is so new for me about how I'm interacting with men as a trans woman. I've made some mistakes in the dating processes for sure, I have. I've always been insecure about my body as a human. Now as a trans woman, much more confident. What God gave me initially with a breasty chest as a guy works as a female with hormones and some augmentation. And so everything works, right? And I got my body contoured. It's great. But I've never dated like this and I've never interchanged with men. Grindr was problematic and where men are just like straight up like very sexually charged. Very like, just let me know, are you this, are you that, are you a top, are you a bottom, how big are you? And those questions like right off the bat like that was really hard for me. Because I think I was looking for a Disney experience on Grindr, which is absurd. But what do I know? I don't know. My first time using an app for dating. And so the men were like the men. And the folks were the folks, men or women, trans women and cisgender women have approached me. I had to figure out like all of this stuff. And at times I felt disgusted by like the questions and the folks and, the pros of being approached by so many pros. And here I am, this like Disney aficionado, looking for a Disney experience and like the worst, darkest, I shouldn't say it like that, but it can get dark and fierce in that jungle of Grindr. And I was just a babe in the woods. Milk still seeping out of my and I just wasn't ready in some cases for all of that, and I want to do body exploration. When I meet a guy on Grindr, body exploration, like, yeah, really, girl, like, we're body exploration, I wanna that's what they're saying. They just tolerated body exploration for just so much. So again, it's been a good year and a half on and off Grindr, and I have to say that I've been steady on Grindr for a month or two. I haven't run away and deleted the app when it gets too heavy for me, too intimidating, too insensitive. It's all about sex, which is, I get it. That's what it's about. But they have a choice you could make. Are you into friends, dating, relationships? Or hook up, okay. But there is an option for dating and relationships. I'm looking for dating and relationships. And also I have an accountability partner. I have a friend who I could share with to say, listen, I had a hard day on the app. I'm not going to go on the app today. Or, I'm okay. I'm going to go on the app today. And every day I turn over my app use with this friend. And it works. And also I've gotten thicker skinned. And also I've accepted where I'm at. That I'm on Grindr. I've accepted it. There's a saying in 12-step programs, acceptance is the answer to all of my problems. So when I began to accept that this is an app, and it's basically, yes, a hookup app. And if I keep remembering that that's what this is, I could lower my expectations and think some cute, Latino prince on some, horse is going to come through with all this eloquence and etiquette and proper, connection stuff. through an app is going to come through like that, or a white dude, or or black dude, doesn't matter really. I've met all types, and I'm open to all types. But it could be anyone of any race, any height, you know. I do have my preferences of physicalities. So I've learned like just to take everything with a grain of salt, and it's not personal, you know. I used to get really pissed off when guys used to ask me how big I was. And now I'm not, that doesn't sting as much. I just didn't understand it, really. When I was a gay man, rarely did anyone ask me how big I was. I turned into the Velveteen Rabbit, Little Mermaid with red hair, and it's like everyone's asking me how big my is. Oh, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. You gotta excuse the lighting. I see there's some glare. But I like this, you know, so the lights are the lights, right? I had to like get accustomed to this language, get accustomed to the styles of folks, and not take it personal. Not like, oh my God, I'm a trans woman and is more in demand right now. That's right. It's a reality, Soraya. Accept the things you cannot change. Acceptance is the answer to all of your problems. Soraya Sobradal, the queen of healthy Latin cooking, fierce trans mama with a This is how it goes. This is who you are. You know, I love my body and I love that part too. I'm not going to get rid of it because of that. It is what it is. The point and the topic is I possess Grindr tolerance. And I think that's a wonderful thing. To be able to tolerate everyone's needs, approaches, style, and sexuality, and spectrum of sexuality is amazing. And if there's one thing that I can take away from my transition and being a trans woman, and going through this process sober, like in March was 34 years sober from alcohol, right? And overeating and sugar and nicotine from amphetamines, diet pills, all kind of wildness. I keep bringing it up because it's very important, right? And I'm alive and I'm freaking healthy and I'm a little pretty. So that's fantastic, right? Let's just see if this works. Yay! That's a big celebration, girlfriend. That's right, honey. That was not easy to accomplish, girl. I'm Puerto Rican and trans and queer. Staying sober is not easy being green, but today is a blue top. So I'm grateful for that. And so like to be in Grindr with so much acceptance of the guys, no one's really shaming me. I'm not shaming anyone for their preferences and stuff. And when they ask me how big I am, I'm not so startled and rattled and pissed off about the question. I'm accepting that this is what is part of the dating game or the intimacy connection that's on this app. That's going to be something that men ask me. And it's okay. Men that I was dating a year ago, we just lost touch, or, you know, I was in a different headspace and so were they. We really almost could connect, but didn't. They've kind of reemerged and there's more of a full connect. I speak for myself. My ass got beat a little bit on Grindr that I could be more accepting. I came to all of this with a lot of rigidity, and I'm learning not to be so rigid. I'm learning to be more flexible. I love open-mindedness, and I love being able to recognize that I might have been closed-minded, and I was, and I'm becoming more open-minded. And so therefore the app, I could stay on the app longer. I don't have to delete the account and start again, delete the account, start again. I could just put it down when it gets to be tough and turn it over to my accountability buddy. And then when I feel okay with it, I can come back to it, but that the profile has remained intact. And I think that's really helpful. Another way that I'm finding that I'm meeting really interesting monsters who are quite sexy and cute, and we have a really nice dialogue going on, is through Instagram, right? Go figure. I had a really nice interchange with a Latino young man that he spurred the remembrance of my early days with men way before my transition, how comfortable it was to interface with a Latino man, myself being Puerto Rican Latina. And so I had a really very much mainly in Spanish interchange with the desire for both parties, myself and this gentleman, to engage in intimacy. And so there was all this communication that I usually engage in English was now being done in Spanish. And me texting and then leaving a voice message on Instagram with such. And so that was really, really cool. And I got to feel like the palm tree thing and the whole Spanish Latino vibe. Bien bonito, bien tranquilito, you know, very warm. And this is my people and this is my initial primary language. So it was very cute. And it added to a little bit of the romance and intrigue behind meeting this person and maybe having sex with them. They were adorable as well. They happen to be really young as well. I wasn't looking for it. He approached me. He's legal, 25, 26. Again, that's the age that they all stay in. But anyway, but not my choice. I've dated 70s and 50s and 40s. So whatever. Compatibility is the key. And acceptance, again, is the answer to all my problems. So I think I'm going to wrap this up by saying, yes, I'm really happy to be sitting here, healthy. My birthday was last month and I got through it. Actually, I had one of the best birthdays I've had since being trans and since living in New York City. And I still live in New York City. And I'm healthy and everybody's healthy. 1 and 2, that's 3. Me, 1, 2, that's 3. We're all healthy. And yeah, I'm really grateful to be here with all of y'all. And please continue to like and subscribe. I just hope all of y'all are doing really well. Thank you for watching. Yay! All right, loves. Take good care. Trans Mama loves you. Bye.